have great sons, but ours has the greatest one. My bonny kid and chorus calling to me.
The National Guard is looking for future leaders. The Army National Guard Officer Candidate School Program will give you the opportunity to become a leader if you're ready to meet the mental and physical demands required to face the constant challenge of command. The skills and training that you acquire as an officer candidate will help you prepare for the challenges that lie ahead as a commissioned officer. As a commissioned officer, you will acquire leadership and management skills that are in high demand in the military as well as in your civilian career. Along with the pride and the self-respect you gain, there are many other benefits that you'll enjoy as an officer. Some of the benefits include opportunities for advancement, command and staff positions, and additional leadership in technical schools. Officer candidates are promoted and paid as staff sergeants upon acceptance into the program. Graduates of OCS will be commissioned as second lieutenants in the Army National Guard with a state and federally recognized commission. After viewing this video, you'll need to ask yourself, can I meet the challenge? The OCS program provides candidates with two choices. The traditional 14-month program is divided into 3 phases. Phase 1 consists of 2 weeks of active duty training as shown in this video at Fort Meade in Sturgis, South Dakota. Phase 2 consists of 12 inactive duty trainings on drill weekends, and Phase 3 is 2 weeks active duty training at Fort Lewis, Washington. The accelerated program, or fast track, is divided into 3 phases as well, but is completed within a 2-month period. The big difference is that in Phase 2, you will train with other candidates while on active duty status for 4 weeks at Fort Meade, South Dakota. Phase 1 begins with the activation ceremony and the greeting from the TAC staff. TAC is an acronym for Teach, Assess, and Counsel, meaning exactly what it says. They will be the ones to make you leaders.
I'm still the one with the answers. They're still the ones seeking the answers. And so I try and give them as much help as I can, as much ideas as I can, so that next time around, and eventually when they do earn their gold bar, that they know what they're doing when they step in front of a platoon.
Make no mistake, they will make your road to the gold bar a tough one. They will test your physical and mental capabilities while in this phase, but they know what it takes to become a leader, inspiring trust and confidence so others will follow you under any circumstances. Classes taught by subject matter experts will challenge you with a variety of subjects. In these classes, you will learn leadership, map reading, and training management. All of these skills that you will learn will be put to use in field exercises throughout this stage of training, as well as the following phases to come. This is one of the toughest phases on the path to becoming an officer.
This is a very strenuous phase. Lots of activity, lots of motivational activity, and there's a breakdown period where you feel like, gee, I wonder if I can go on. Your feet start to hurt, your back starts to ache, and then you look around and everybody else is doing it. So you're working as a team, everybody's hurting together, and that hardship kind of brings us all together closer as a unit. It starts to form team building. So you know I'm hurting, but my comrades are hurting too.
Wrapping up the end of this phase, there's a bit of a break. In the case of the Fort Meade training, there's a sightseeing field trip to Mount Rushmore with time away from the TACs to enjoy yourself for a few hours. Phase 2 begins much like Phase 1 with more classroom training and testing. Your ability to listen and comprehend will again be tested when you're required to implement what you've learned in tactical situations.
So they're going to have to know their battle book skills. They're going to have to be able to prepare their op order and guide their men and using their leadership techniques that they've learned.
be evaluated on how well you as a leader accomplish these missions. Your body will be physically challenged with a 12-mile ruck march as you march in tactical formation with a combat-loaded rucksack, weapons, and web gear. All of these training exercises are required for you to be able to have the knowledge to move on to the final stage of becoming a leader, an officer, and continue to Phase 3. You've now reached Phase 3. This is the culmination of all the training, both physical and mental, that you've endured. This is where you'll find out if you have the ability to be a leader. All the skills you've learned will be tested again and again. You will experience realistic combat situations that you as a leader must command. Warfare is not a game, and you've been trained as a leader, so now you must act as one. Lives depend on it. Squad and platoon tactics are the main emphasis. You'll be in the field for 2 weeks applying what you've learned. Little sleep, heat, cold, wet, and MREs are the menu of the day. This is the time to show that you are a leader, a person who can meet the responsibilities demanded of you, a person qualified to be a leader, a person qualified to wear the gold bar.
Today marks the last day of OCS training, and I feel on top of the world. I feel like I've accomplished so much. There's times when you push yourself to the limit and you get yourself to a point where you think you can't go on, but you can. And then you think, God, where did that come from? Where did that strength come from? I didn't know I had it in me to do this, because I've had 3 goals in my life. 1 is to get an education, 2 was to be a good mom, and 3 was to serve this country. And I feel like everything I've gone through over the last 2 months and completing OCS and being here at Phase 3 has brought me to all my goals.
Are you up to the challenge? When applying for OCS, you must meet the following requirements: U.S. citizen or having submitted application, completed basic training and advanced individual training or other military service equivalent. AIT can be waived for those soldiers enlisting into the Army National Guard for the OCS option. GT score of 110 or higher, 60 college semester or 90 quarter hours from an accredited college or university to enroll. SAT of 850 or ACT of 19 if applicant will not have a bachelor's degree from an accredited college or university at the time of commissioning. Age 18 to 30. The Adjutant General may waive to allow OC to be appointed prior to their 35th birthday. Age 35 or older requires NGB exception to the policy. Passed a record APFT within 60 days prior to Phase 1 report date. Have a valid physical prior to enrollment. Meet the height-weight standards in accordance with AR 600-9. Secret or higher security clearance. Interim is acceptable. Your region may vary from some of the training phase locations, as well as the requirements. You should contact your Regional Training Institute, RTI, or Chain of Command for details on the OCS enlistment.